Let's discuss the Dai Mai Girdling Vessel, energetics. The girdle vessel stands on its own as it is the only horizontal channel in the body. It encircles the main channels, and because of this, it exerts an influence on the circulation of qi to the legs. Dividing the body into halves, it harmonizes above and below. Energetics of the extraordinary vessels, governing, directing, and penetrating vessels, the three branches with same origin from the space between the kidneys. Penetrating vessels, the center of vortex, governing and directing vessels, define back and front. Yin and yang stepping vessels define left and right of yin and yang. Yin and yang linking vessels define interior and exterior. Girdle vessels define above and below. Thus, the extraordinary vessels form an energetic vortex of the whole body which develops from the kidney in much the same way as the embryo develops along a central axis. The moment the sperm enters the ovum, it determines a ventral and dorsal surface, the directing and governing vessels respectively. When the cell first divides, it determines a left and right side, the yin and yang stepping vessels, and above and below the penetrating and girdle vessels, an interior and exterior, the yin and yang linking vessels, and the front and back directing and governing vessels. Thus, far from being secondary vessels, the extraordinary vessels are the primary energetic forces along which the whole body and all the other channels are formed. It is for this reason that Lei Shen called them the source of creation. The extraordinary vessels form a vortex of energy emanating from the center of the body, from the space between kidneys where the motive force resides. The penetrating vessel is at the center of this energetic vortex, as it is also the sea of the 5 yin and 6 yang organs, the sea of blood and the sea of 12 channels, and it starts from between the kidneys. The qi and blood of the penetrating vessels are then distributed all over the body in small channels at the defensive qi energetic level. When its qi reaches kidney 6, kidney 9, bladder 62, bladder 63, GB 26, it gives rise to the yin stepping vessels, yin linking vessels, and yang stepping vessels, and yang linking vessels, and girdle vessels, respectively. Thus, the penetrating vessel can be seen as the origin of these 5 extraordinary vessels. The direct and governing vessels determine and define the coronal plane of the body. The girdle vessel defines the transverse plane, while the yang stepping and linking vessels define the sagittal plane. So we have here the illustration, the planes defined by the extraordinary vessels. In ancient texts, the extraordinary vessels were often compared to a family nucleus as follows. This was taken from the Great Compendium of Acupuncture. Father, the penetrating vessel, Chong Mai. Mother, the linking vessel, Yin Wei Mai. Husband, the governing vessel, Du Mai. Wife, yang stepping vessels, Yang Qiao Mai. The son, yang linking vessels, Yang Wei Mai. Daughter, girdle vessels, Dai Mai. Host, directing vessel, Ren Mai. Guest, yin stepping vessels, Yin Chao Mai. Bearing in mind the Confucian social custom prevalent in China at the time, being the father, the penetrating vessel is the center of this family nucleus. Therefore, the most important of the 8 extraordinary vessels. Indeed, in the vortex of qi created by the 8 extraordinary vessels, the penetrating vessel is of it. Thus, the extraordinary vessels regulate the following structures. First, the governing direct vessels, back and front, penetrating girdle vessels, vertical and horizontal, yin and yang stepping vessels, medial and lateral, and left, right, one of the yin and the other of the yang. Yin-yang, linking vessels, interior and exterior, yin and yang, nutritive qi and defensive qi. The study of the extraordinary vessels by Li Shen says that yang linking vessels control the exterior, which is the heaven. Yin linking vessels control the interior, the earth. Yang stepping vessels controls the left, right of yang, the east. Yin stepping vessels controls the left, right of yin, the west. Governing vessel controls back, yang, the south. Direct penetrating vessels control front, yin, the north, and the girdle vessel binds. So we have here the illustration of the planes defined by the extraordinary vessels according to Li Shen. Bearing in mind the above-mentioned energetic vortex of the extraordinary vessels, in treatment, one can relate the extraordinary vessels to body areas and physical imbalances. For example, harmonizing left and right means that the yang stepping vessels can be used for structural imbalances between left and right side of the body on the lateral yang side. For example, one leg longer than the other, one scapula higher than the other, etc.